Hi you guys, Eliana with Why Not Redesign. It's me. I'm back, sort of. At least I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, get a routine going again, and get some projects done. Some projects that have been on hold for some time, and some things that are finally coming to, or going from a plan to an actual project. The one I'm gonna show you guys today is from a friend of mine who has been looking for a piece that was very specific because she needed it to fit in a very specific place in her home. And so it needed to be a certain length, a certain width, a certain depth. This is her inspo. It's a piece that I did a few months back and she loves the style of it. We're gonna keep that style. We're gonna keep that way of doing things, but with a twist on color. She's gonna keep it very classy, very traditional, and something that is going to be basically with her through the years. So let me show you and let's get going. Welcome back to Why Not Redesign. This is the piece that I'm talking about. As you can see, it's a federal style, or some people call it a Duncan Five buffet. As I mentioned, is a rather smaller piece, especially compared to the pieces that I am used to doing. Mine have always been much, much larger. This one needed to be a certain length because she has it, or she's gonna put it in a very specific place in her home. So is in pretty good condition. However, it's old and it has tons of things that need to be redone. The top has seen better days, so we're going to remove all of this coat and that color on it, the stain that it has on it right now, as well as on the drawers, and then we're gonna paint the rest of the piece. I always jinx myself by saying that this should be an easy project. So I'm not gonna say that. Let's just get right into it and see how it ends up. Guys, here's a perfect example of why it's important to clean before you start sanding. Do you see that haze on this piece? All of that is probably some sort of furniture cleaner that has been applied over the years by the previous owners. As you can see, when I start rubbing, it starts coming off, and there it is right here on the towel. If I sand, all of that is going to basically go into the grain of the wood as I'm sanding, and it's gonna clog up not only my sanding paper, my sander, and also is going to contaminate the wood. So this is why it's important. In this case, if I'm not able to get most of this off, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably scrape it with a carbide scraper before I start doing the sanding on this. I might even do one coat of a stripper just to remove that. And I am not a person who likes to do stripper, but in this case, it's actually something that is needed, not something that I want to do. I went ahead with QCS, which is environmentally safe and super friendly to use. So all you have to do is spray a coat, wait 10-15 minutes, and while you do that, you can remove hardware like I did here or anything like that. I came back with my carbide scraper and began removing this gooey mess, which is not something that you're going to get away with no matter what stripper you use. And this is one of the reasons why I hate using strippers. I'm not necessarily looking for this to be completely stripped. Like I said, I just wanted to remove as much of that cleaner, really, as possible, because I'm going to be sanding this anyway. I'm going to clean this up. This Cleans up with literally soap and water. And let it dry, and then I can begin sanding. So that's what I'm left with, and what I'm going to start sanding off. At least it doesn't have that stuff on it. That's strictly stain. So let's get it going. So I know that I probably drive you guys crazy telling you how important cleaning the pieces is, but I cannot emphasize enough how important it really is. This is going to give you the lasting finish that you want, or is going to make that finish fail at some point. You want to clean these pieces very well, and you want to scuff sand, and you want to prime the pieces. For cleaning, one thing that I can tell you is get you something that will help you with that, and that is good product as far as a cleaner, but also perhaps some brushes that would help you get really deep into those little places where sometimes it's hard to get into for cleaning. Those are super cheap nowadays, and so nice because it makes things so much easier. We're gonna be doing some priming now. So this is where I'm gonna stop today. We sanded all of the drawers and the top, and sanded and primed the frame. I also went ahead and paint and primed the insides. This is gonna go black, so it's going to be very easy, and it's gonna look very much like it does now. But this is primer, and I will put over here the primer that I use because it does come in black, and I absolutely love it. When I'm going to paint something black or something in a dark color, this is the best primer. I'm going to allow this to dry overnight, and then we'll come back tomorrow and do paint. Today, my first order of business is to use a pre-stain conditioner, which is essential for creating a smooth, even finish, especially when you are working with a porous or soft wood like pine, maple, cherry. And although this is mahogany, there are some woods that just tend to absorb the stain unevenly, and that can lead to a blotchy, dark, or light patchy surface. The wood conditioner is going to help this partially by sealing the wood surface and reducing the extreme absorption differences. After a few days and after applying 2 coats of stain, I came back and moved this into the booth, gave everything a final once over, smooth out everything with a 220 sanding pad, and then did 3 coats of black paint on this. So you guys, this is how the drawers looked. I applied the pre-stain and the stain on them, and yes, I knew that there needed to be a lot of repairs, but I went ahead and applied those so that I could definitely see where I needed to work and focus the most. I did some bondo repair, and on top of that bondo, I decided to apply some wood putty to make sure that the stains and the any product that I was going to use from that repair kit would work with what I needed it to do. This repair kit, it was essential for this job, and this is the second one that I have. The colors on this one were a little bit closer to what I needed for this job in particular, so I purchased a new one. This is it, and I can try to link it down below so that if you want to purchase it, you can use it. They are pretty fantastic. This one has different brown tones, and they're a little bit darker than the one that I had previously, so I went ahead and got it. And I can tell you that I think it's a very useful tool, and it is friendly to use, and especially for people who are not used to doing stuff like this. Perhaps it's something that you can even have at home just to have handy for minor repairs in case something gets dinged or scratched or anything like that. This is a really good kit to have. A tip that I can give you is to seal your work after you have finished it before moving on to do additional repairs. I used a flat seal. It was a polyurethane, a polyacrylic, I think I used in spray, so it's a lot easier and user friendly to do. And I used it in flat so that it wouldn't add any shine to the stain that you see already on the drawers. But sealing it is important so that you don't lift any of the work that you do with additional work that you need to do. Here I am using gel stains to complete the repair work and to even out all of the tones from the repair kit and the stain that needed to go on the drawers. Here's the final look, y'all. I think they look pretty good. At the very least, all of the damage is concealed, and there is an even look on the drawers. After that, we moved on back into the booth, and I am sealing the top with a polyurethane. This has a little bit of amber, and it will go well on this top. It will protect it very, very well. I was going to start my sealing also on the drawers when I realized they didn't look quite as great as I thought. There still needed to be some additional repairs, and this is why I say have patience with what you're doing, because there will be times that you need to come back and just add a little extra touch, but that is okay to do. I went ahead and added a little bit more stain in some corners, in some areas, and then allowed that to dry, and then came back and sealed the drawers. For the hardware, I use a gilding wax, and this make everything nice, shiny, and good looking. So let me show you a little bit of what's going on. That piece, this piece, this piece. These pieces that are coming up are all done, waiting to get picked up or in line to get done. Even those chairs that you see right there are something that I did for this client, of those pieces that I'm pointing right now, because all of those were done all at once, and slowly but surely I have been working on them, and they just need to get out of here. So a lot of work behind the scenes, but as you know, I needed to take some time off, and I did. It's all done, as is this piece also. I completed this buffet for my friend, and she loves it. It's already at home, and she's very pleased with the end result, as am I with all of the work that went on behind the scenes on getting those drawers fixed and the top just right and the color perfect and everything. The hardware looks beautiful and the piece looks almost brand new. Let me know what you think on this. I appreciate you sticking with me, waiting on my next video to come out. Here I am, and hoping I'm going to be doing some more. Subscribe, like, let me know what your comment is, and I will see you again very soon. Thanks, y'all. Bye.